ADL wants to shut down free speech in this country. So does the Southern Poverty Law Center. All the legislation they support is just unbelievably un-American. And they are provocateuring. They've been caught provocateuring. Everything I'm saying is on record. And my lawyer has put the ADL on notice before, and they actually changed an article that had stuff that was wrong in there. It was that I was calling for violence against immigrants. And I said, look, I'm not going to let you set me up. So my lawyer, who they noticed was about as high-powered as it gets in Austin, they responded. And I'm not here running around swinging a big hatchet at you politically. Here's the deal. I want my freedom, and I'm going to fight for it politically. You're not getting my guns. You're not getting my Second Amendment. I mean, both these groups are the most anti-civil rights groups you can imagine. And they're there to play blacks, whites, Hispanics, Asians off against each other. A lot of these big organizations are. And these are poverty pimps like Obama that create racial division in the name of fighting it. And it's divide and conquer. And it's all part and parcel of the eugenics with the Planned Parenthood and the abortions and all the rest of it. And so this latest event I'd seen in the news was police don't know why they shot at him at the Valero station. Police don't know why they ambushed him at a trailer park. Turns out they were surveilling him because they were gun owners. Turns out that they were planning to SWAT team him. And it turns out now we're getting reports it looks like the cops may have been shooting. And see, this isn't going to be like Waco where you come and you shoot up everybody and then they shoot back and then you put your hands up and everybody then stops shooting. People know you'll just burn them down and kill them. So they know they don't have anywhere to go when you've got locally, federally funded, anti-constitutionalist task forces operating in Louisiana. And you rush in, people in this climate are going to start shooting back. And by the way, in the future, they're not just going to wait at the trailer park. I mean, you understand that, right? If this civil war starts, you are to be destroyed. And they plan on using patriots to do it. And I say, don't do it. Don't do it. But if you don't have a choice when the police are coming in with their guns drawn because they've been told you're terrorist, people are just going to say, time to die. Whether you're going home in a body bag or they are. The American people have had incredible restraint. And now with all this demonization, the point is that now the police, one of the 7 they arrested, they're saying not one of the shooters, but one of their friends, on a Facebook said he liked the Alex Jones show. Facebook says, who do you want to meet? Who do you like? Alex Jones. And the way this is written, and David Koresh, yeah, right. No one in the Patriot movement says, I would like to meet Alex Jones and David Koresh. Everyone knew David Koresh was a weirdo. The point is they picked him and singled him out to kill those people, to start a war against the American people and churches and people that want to be left alone. So they picked a group they thought they could demonize easily. That all came out in court documents and congressional hearings. And if you like the idea of dozens of little kids being burned up and blown up by the feds with the troops shooting them as they tried to leave, all on FLIR footage, you're sick. You're sick. And you idiots at the New World Order think that you're going to intimidate us starting this civil war. One Waco woke this country up. So you had to do Oklahoma City to counter blaming on us. You pull more Wacos, ladies and gentlemen, the American people are not going to go after the police and the military unless they get it in their way. They're going to come after you. And that's the basic message, okay? Just because you can set up people or find people that are on the edge. First they said they were criminals and all this stuff and just using sovereign citizen name. Now it looks like they all had jobs, businesses. We don't know what really happened with these people. We don't even know if they shot the cops. I've seen so much lies. I saw a case where the Travis County SWAT team shot one of their own officers in the back going up the steps, so they blamed the guy inside. That happened out in Lubbock a few years ago, too, where the SWAT teams went in and shot their own people, so they blamed the guy, but it turned out he didn't have a gun. And a good SWAT team member went public and told the truth. You know, look, I don't want this war to take place. But if the globalists start this civil war, I would suggest that police departments, because you're not going to listen, I understand that. But once you're really losing the fight big time, remember I told you all this. If it goes to this, because you're meant to lose. They've done the numbers, okay? You pick a fight with the American constitutionalist, you're going to lose. You're going to pick a fight with 30 million veterans, a lot of them who don't even like life and are very depressed and screwed up. They are going to come after you. They're going to come into your police stations. You hurt their family members, they're going to come after you like a Terminator. Now, we don't want to go there, do we? I know I don't. I know I like living. We'll be right back. Stay with us. I'm going to close by saying this, and I'll do a more focused breakdown tonight on the Nightly News. I'm hosting it. I know a lot of police. They're really good men and women on average. Most of them did join because it seemed like a good career opportunity because they were in the military or they were from rural communities and they want to go after bad guys. And they find out it's really about revenue generating and, you know, putting on a show most of the time. I know most police are good men and women. And look, this isn't theatrics. You know the globalists are trying to tell you there's going to be a civil war and that you will face veterans and gun owners. And now you're taking the posture on of getting in people's faces. You pull somebody over and harass them a couple times for their Ron Paul sticker, you just radicalize them against you. You're falling right into the trap. It's like we're two roosters and they're putting us in a dirt floored arena to kill each other. It's stupid. I'm so tired of watching the globalists play everybody off against each other. They're trying to get Sunnis and Shiites to start a big civil war over there. It's going to kill millions of people. They're trying to do that here. Folks, they are geared up. I've studied the architecture of this New World Order takeover. They are gearing up to try to go. They're arresting people all over the country, talk show hosting people now. We just confirmed another case who make mild statements about, I'm getting my guns in case stuff collapses. The Hatari militia, the feds were in it. I told people that before it happened, I could tell they were being set up out of 2,000 groups. Because I saw videos they did. I could tell, oh, that's federal. Because it looked like a cartoon. I just smell this stuff out, folks. I just immediately know stuff. And the point is I warned them, and then I got criticized for saying you've been infiltrated. And it turned out the feds were in there. They're like, what do we do if things collapse and they come to get our guns, the UN? Well, I guess we got to fight. Well, it's our right as Americans to say if there's foreign occupation, we're going to fight. They arrested them for that, and I told you they were innocent. There's coming a time, folks, where they're going to try to arrest me. And let me tell you, once stuff like that starts, police, then it's going to radicalize everybody, and they're not going to... People are going to really get into an aggressive mode. We want to keep things in a discussion here. But I know humans like to have wars and kill each other, and there's a kind of fascination like an arsonist has of let's just get the fire going. Let's just do it. Let's just have war in America. Let's kill the conservatives and libertarians, and let's kill the Alex Jones supporters, and let's arrest them, and let's, so we can have great Agenda 21. I mean, my gosh, think about your children. Think about how innocent they are, people that work for the government and the bureaucrats. Think about how good this country's been, and look at what we're bringing in. Total world government run by foreign banks. And the ADL says the world government doesn't exist as it's announced everywhere. We're the good guys, the patriots. Does that mean there aren't some dirtballs and people that take on that mantle that they're revolutionaries because they see it as fashionable? Sure. And the government will focus in on them and on horrible, tragic events like these police officers getting killed to then try to get you hyped up to go out, and I'm going to find somebody who's a member of that gang, that patriot gang. Again, they're telling you, you're the cop gang, and anybody that's against the New World Order, they're that cop killer gang. And it's going to become a self-fulfilling prophecy. And so the shot heard around the world. Cops are going to start killing patriots. And you're going to kill the wrong person's brother, and then they're going to come after you. It'll be some poor, innocent cops in a restaurant. You know how it'll work. And then the cops will go even crazier. And then the fight starts. Then the fight starts. And then the hammer gets dropped on you. The globalists want to destroy the police and military. Look at their own documents. Once you're out of the military, they say you're the terrorist. Don't play this game. Again, ADL, boom, trying to connect me to these cop killings. Ladies and gentlemen, that's because we are doing everything we can to stop this, and the federal provocateurs want to get it going right now.
Thank you for listening.
Resistance.
You are the resistance to the global crime syndicate takeover. We're jamming in some more calls here. You can sign up at Infowars.com/newsletter to get the new free magazine that goes out to everybody free tomorrow, or you can order them in bulk at cost at InfoWarsShop.com right now. Let's move quickly. Moose in Florida. Wow, you're incredible for holding. What's your point? What's your question?
Hi, Alex. Yeah, I just wanted to point it out that for everybody listening in law enforcement and everything, that do they want a foreign dictatorial coup for their children to live under? And for the military, is the road to Persia is a suicide. And that's it. That's all. That's my point.
Thank you so much. Yeah, it's just disgusting to watch the globalists get the police and military brainwashed that people that are American and understand the takeover, that we're the bad guys. When everything we were saying that the government said was a lie is now admitted. It's like, oh, you were proven right. Oh, they're terrorists. They don't like the world government. I thought I was a terrorist because I was lying about one being set up. Most people are peer pressure driven. They get in a gang mentality. And I'm just telling you, I'm really concerned, folks. So I've studied the architecture of this whole thing, and it looks super bad. Susan in Colorado, you're on the air, and then John in Ohio. Go ahead, Susan.
Oh, hi, Alex. I am an RN in Colorado, and I am just beside myself and feel so violated that the Public Health Department has passed the regulation to mandate flu vaccine percentages for healthcare workers.
Yeah, it's not a law. It's all fraud. They'll try to make you wear a mask. It like wearing a yellow star in a concentration camp. It's all fraud. Fight them. Get together. Sue them over it. Because it came out the flu shot doubles your chances of getting the flu the next year. Just get the literature together. Sue them.
But they're making it so that you can only have a narrow medical exemption to even wear the mask.
Yeah, no,
and it's either take the shot or get terminated. And who can get terminated? So I'm almost thinking I'm going to have to take the shot because I have to work and then fight it as I go along. Because
yeah, ma'am, it's a death sentence. These flu shots have been absolutely confirmed to give you cancer, brain damage, epilepsy, narcolepsy, brain cancer, autoimmune disorders. I mean, listen, these big pharma have been caught killing foster children in studies. I mean, this would be like the devil showing up with a shot and you taking it. They're total authoritarian trash.
I absolutely agree, but what would you do, or what would somebody do who needs to work and you can run but you can't hide because it's
all a fraud. It's all a fraud. Just you can find a number one, the exemption is to a rule. They always like, you got to get an exemption when it's not even, it's a regulation. It's just made up. And so what you do is you tell them that you're not going to wear the mask and that it's a fraud, that their rule's a fraud, and that you're going to sue them for wrongful termination if they let you go.
Oh, okay.
I mean, ma'am, I mean, I'm not going to give you, that's what I would do. Okay, you do what you think's best, okay? But I'll tell you this. I mean, I run into these young 25-year-old troops on their second, third tour, and they're like, oh, yeah, we know DU is not supposed to be used, and we breathe some of it, but I'm young, I'm tough. I run into them 5 years later, and they're dying of cancer. Look, nothing is worth your life, okay? These are murderers, okay? They know the vaccines are killing people. Have you looked at how brain damaged and dumb the public are?
Well, you know, I'm even looking within my facility, and I am just surprised that there's not more healthcare workers that are in an uproar over this. The ones that don't want to take the shot just feel so compelled to take it.
You should get together and form your own group and have a class action lawsuit. They tried to make it the law in Massachusetts, and it failed. All right, we're out of time. Sorry to John and others. Huge retransmission coming up right now. Big nightly news tonight. Big. 7 o'clock Central, Prisonplanet.tv. Get the new magazine, InfoWars Insider. Available right now.